Hello viewers, this is Paladin of Odin, and this is some more Magic the Gathering Online. This is a one-on-one standard match and another episode of my standard commentary. So, first turn, Bloodsoaked Champion, Opulent Palace, Thoughtseize, got rid of Ultimate Price. But he's got Languish, Dragonlord Silumkar, and Llanowar, so 3 lands. Wow, he went with a 1-land hand. Who mulliganed? He did. He mulliganed and kept a 1-land hand. But wow, this guy has done a lot of work in this game. Almost feels like I'm watching this in fast forward. Okay, so the Sultai player is finally dropping something. He hits Silumgar the Drifting Death. He is a very good creature. A 3/7 flying hexproof, and whenever him or another dragon attacks, the defending player's creatures all get -1/-1. At first, the first time I saw that, I didn't realize that his effect stacks if you attack with more than one dragon, so I thought it was kind of a crap ability. I mean, 3/7 flying hexproof for 6 isn't a bad thing, but I thought, man, his ability really isn't worth it. And then somebody told me his abilities stack for every dragon that attacks. And all of a sudden, holy crap, he is good. Painseer. So he's a crappy Bob. You have to be able to tap him so that he untaps so that you get the effect from Bob. And he's dead. Spoiler of Souls. 3/1 for 2. He's another card that I don't quite grasp the caliber of. I just have the feeling that he's not very good. I mean, granted, you can bring him back straight to play by exiling 2 other creature cards, but a 3/1 that can't block, he doesn't seem worth it to me. Am I missing something about that guy? You gonna bring him back? So he has a 3/1. Yeah, you might as well attack. It's gonna die next round anyway. Seriously, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have 10 mana. Play something. And if it weren't for these lands, he would be at 5 life right now. Merciless Executioner. Counter. No, dig through time. I have to say, though, unless he's the only creature in your hand, losing him really isn't that big of a deal. I mean, you have Silumgar's Scorn. Okay. He has a ridiculous amount of mana. He has 5 cards in his hand. Youthful Scholar. This game is pretty much over. Yeah. The sheer discrepancy in resources is ridiculous. And yet, the Sultai player, he played so few cards. But special props go to that Blood-Soaked Champion. I'd have to go back and count, but he did a ridiculous amount of mana with that creature. That one lonely little creature, a 2/1 that can't block, he must have hit him like 6 times with it. I want to say at least 6. I mean, that is a ridiculous amount of mana to do with a 1-drop creature and not have any response to it. So, what are we going to see this match? Or, I mean, this game, because that last one was really weird. I mean, it was a lot of fun, but it was really weird. Alright, Blood-Soaked Champion is back on the field. How much damage is he going to do this game? Alright, Duress. Land, Silumgar, land. Discarded Orbs of Warding. Sign in Blood. Erebos' Titan. Yeesh. I have to say that this Sultai deck seems really slow. And I realize that it really has nothing to do with the clan Sultai, because he does nothing to milk cards into his graveyard. Alright, he has to be able to respond with something. Okay, a second Duress. So, most likely, any response is going to have to be his top card on his deck. He's going to have to top deck an ace to clear the board. Sultai Charm, draw 2 and discard a card. Cranial Archive. Onto Duress. Silumgar, Tasigur, Silumgar, and a land. You have to play Silumgar so that you can block the 5/5. Or you throw down Tasigur. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're gonna die now. At this rate, even if he doesn't play anything else, okay, he plays Priest of the Blood, right? Which makes it even more likely that he's going to win. But even if he hadn't played that... Oh, I know what it is. He only has 5 mana. I thought he had 6. Sorry. He didn't have a choice except to play Tasigur. And he lost. That was just game 2, right? So we should have a 3rd game. Yep, there we go. I really wish it would stop saying that people leave the game. Because they're not leaving it. When you leave, it means you quit, you concede, you're done. It's caught me out a few times when I've been trying to record these episodes. Again, first turn Blood-Soaked Champion, 3 for 3. I have to say, these lands are slow, but they have a very definitive countering effect to the aggression of a Blood-Soaked Champion. Do you have anything to play? I have to say, I am surprised that we haven't seen, what is it? Foul Tongue Invocation from the Sultai player? Infinite Obliteration. I mean, that is a seriously badass card name. Name a creature card. Search target opponent's graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards with that name and exile them. Then that player shuffles his or her library. He chose Silumgar the Drifting Death, which so far has been the only good creature that the Sultai player has managed to play. So he only has 2 Silumgars. With the frequency that they came up in the past 2 games, I thought he would be running at least 3 copies. Even 4. Ow. On both counts. Erebos' Titan is going to hurt a lot. I have to say, when I first saw Erebos' Titan, I thought he was all hype. You know, he's not a very good creature. I mean, a 5/5 for 3 black and 1, really not that good. He has indestructible as long as your opponents have no creatures. Yeah, that's still not very good. And then his ability, whenever a creature card leaves an opponent's graveyard, you can discard a card and return Erebos' Titan from your graveyard to your hand. Yeah, all in all, he's not a very good creature. But against a guy like this Sultai player, he's really good. Because a 5/5 for 4, and then on top of that, he's almost always indestructible because this guy hardly ever has a creature. Tasigur. So now he has a blocker. Unless he kills it. Merciless Executioner. Yeah, and sacrifice the Blood-Soaked Champion since you can recur him with his raid ability. Tasigur dies. Swings with the Pain Seer again. He's going to get yet another extra card. Orbs of Warding. You have hexproof, and if a creature would deal damage to you, prevent one of that damage. I really like this card, but at the moment, it really isn't gonna help you a whole lot. I mean, taking it down from 5 to 3 is nice, but you really haven't shown any ability to board clear or even spot remove. You have 6 mana. You have to do something about this. Hero's Downfall. Do you have a response? Yes, he does. Foul Tongue Invocation. And he revealed Dragon Lord Silumgar. And I was just talking about that card, wondering why I hadn't seen it from him yet. So, he sacrificed the obvious choice, the Blood-Soaked Champion, and then just immediately got it back. But he did gain 4 life. And we know that he has a Dragon Lord Silumgar in his hand. Unfortunately for him, as soon as it hits the board, it's going to get Hero's Downfalled. And a second blood-soaked champion. I don't think that the Sultai player can win from here. Sultai Charm, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. I suppose Languish would actually be a pretty good card to get right now. I'm pretty sure it's in his deck. And it'd be a really good answer right now. And he discarded Cranial Archive again. Haven of the Spirit Dragon. Five. And he didn't play anything. And now he can Thoughtseize, find out what's in your hand, find out what you were considering playing. Or recklessly just smash in. I mean, it is 9. If he can't do anything about it, he's dead. Foul Tongue Invocation. Oh, that's right, I forgot Orbs of Warding. It wouldn't be a total of 9. And he revealed the Dragon Lord again, so he gained 4 life. So effectively came out even. Bring back the Blood-Soaked Champion. Throw down another Blood-Soaked Champion. Wow. Now would be a really good time to play Languish. But I have a feeling he would have to draw it to be able to play it. I don't think it's in his hand. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he has 6 total damage on the board right now, thanks to Orbs of Warding. So he could survive another round of attacks. Tasigur. And are you going to discard for Erebos' Titan? Wouldn't be a bad choice. Discarded Polluted Delta. Yeah, at this point, that's a pretty good trade. So he got Tasigur back. We know that Silumgar is in his hand, so he has 1 other card. No idea what it was, but obviously it wasn't a Languish, or he probably would have played it. Whelming Wave would be another answer, but I don't think he's got that in his deck. We haven't seen it at all. So I have to admit, it wouldn't be a very good answer to the board he's facing right now, because, okay, Hero's Downfall. You had to see that one coming. But talking about Whelming Wave, it would be not exactly ideal since he has 3 Blood-Soaked Champions, which all are 1-drops. Pain Seer, which is a 2-drop, and then he'd get Merciless Executioner back, which he could then again use it like he did the last time, and I'll sacrifice a Blood-Soaked Champion, kill your creature, and then get my Blood-Soaked Champion back. Okay, crunch time. I can only think of the one answer to your dilemma right now, and that answer is Languish. No? Drown in Sorrows would work. Technically, Bile Blight would work, because it would get rid of the Blood-Soaked Champions, and he'd only take, no, he'd still take 3 damage. Or, what's that new one? Eye Blight's Massacre. That one would work too. But, he didn't get him. All in all, that Sultai deck was, in my opinion, incredibly disappointing. But, wow. Seriously, Blood-Soaked Champion is a rock star when you're facing somebody who doesn't do anything. But then again, most things would be a rock star when you're facing somebody who doesn't do anything. But, I'm sure a lot of players would love to face that guy in a tournament. But if you liked what you saw, hit that like and subscribe button for me, and I'll see you in the next video.